Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Well, I am shooting this video at nighttime because it's actually the evening before. Because actually this video is a very big video that has been in the making for, let's say, half a year. So you guys probably noticed that I haven't been modding my M140i since October. The last thing that I did to the car was the digital cluster, and that was done in October, so 6 months ago. And I haven't touched the screw on this car the last 6 months, which is pretty crazy for me, right? But now we're going to, make those lost 6 months up, because we're gonna do a shit ton. So in the rear, as you can see, there are some H&R anti-roll bars, so sway bars. And that's only one of the many mods that we're gonna do in this video. So today I'm going to drive to the Netherlands, because some good connections over there, and we're going to install a lot of parts that I got from the Car Whisperer. These I got myself because I actually was planning on painting them black, but I just never got to it. So yeah, they're just blue. Live for the car inspection, because they can get a little bit, difficult about sway bars. It depends where you go and how nice the car inspector actually is. But anyway, I'm shooting this day before because I actually have to get up I have to leave in like 6 hours, and I'm absolutely not the morning type of guy. So probably in 6 hours I will sit in this car like this, like fuck my life, I want to die, probably. So I made sure that I'm all ready to go. I made the intro video. I made sure this one was already packed in the car, and I refilled my car because the fuel in the Netherlands is even more expensive, and I got my wallet with me. So everything is ready. Tomorrow morning I just have to get in my car and jump and go to the Netherlands. But anyway, so what are we going to do? Like I said, sway bars is one of those things, but we are going to make this car handle a lot differently. So we are going to get the M4 lower control arms and tension struts, and we're going to get it aligned right away. We are also getting steel brake lines for a better brake feeling, and a new brake fluid with a complete flush, better fluid, because the brakes feel a little bit squishy, I find. So I hope it really helps out. It should do, because with the Ferrado pads it should be a pretty decent setup. But we're going to change the brakes and the pads and discs soon, but they're still good for now, so we're gonna probably do some track days before and then change them up. So yeah, steel brake lines, also stiffer subframe bushings in the rear. They're the reason that this video is delayed a little bit, because they actually delivered the wrong ones. They actually delivered 2 times, the same one 2 times. So 2 times one of the left or the right side. So one of these is not. That wasn't supposed to happen. So it took a few weeks extra. Normally these mods should have been done last month. But anyway, and we're also getting an Osprey V2 intake. It will make the induction noise of the car a million times better. And we're also getting a little heat shield over the turbo, and that should also help with less heat soak. So less heat from the turbo will reach the intake, apparently. So it should help. And I think we covered all the modifications that we're gonna do today. And you probably wonder, like, you're gonna do your whole suspension but not a limited slip differential. Well, I'm not rich, and limit slip differential is coming, but that's gonna be next month or June, worst case. Yeah, but there has been some problems with my salary. So the problem with the bank, so I didn't got my salary from this month yet, so I have to cut some corners. But yeah, anyway, we're getting off track. So the limit slip differential is coming in May, or worst case June. That's it. Should be done, should be perfect, ready to go. So yeah, so I would say, like, the next clip you'll see is me driving to the Netherlands, and I'll probably not be that awake. But yeah, I'm excited though. I'm really excited because finally some modifications, and we're going to make the worst part of this car better, and that is the handling. Because the handling is decent right now because of the Bilstein suspension and the V brace and the strut brace. It's decent, but it's far from a real M car and handling. And we're going to probably not still, be close to that, but we're gonna get a lot closer to that. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that. And this is private ground, and some guys are just driving here. Okay, whatever. Fuck you, bikers. Should call the cops. Anyway, this video is going nowhere. So yeah, we have already arrived. I skipped filming the drive because it was a pretty boring one. Nothing happened. But I just had a good look at my tires, and sheesh, they're almost gone. After 3,000 kilometers, here you can see my H&R rolling bars. We have removed all wheels. And now the mechanic is, preparing the car to get everything removed and get all these fun bits installed. We're gonna go with the with the sway bars. The stock ones are getting replaced. These are the black ones, but you can barely see them because they're black. And I think, yeah, there is one a little bit. It's not that thick. The newer ones are way thicker. Yeah, and also we're going to change the subframe bushings on this one, and yeah, so we already removed the wheels because you need to do that. Yeah, so here are the subframe bushings. No, that's the H&R anti-roll bars, but the subframe bushings and the lower control arms and tension struts are all in this box, and the intake is next to it. And we may or may have not. That's a lot of rubber in my wheel arches. So yeah, I was actually taking a little toilet break, and this guy works super fast because now you can see the H&R anti-roll bars and the subframe bushings all already in. So the rear should be, a lot stiffer already as the front. But yeah, we have to do the front still. And now we're busy with the front ones. The subframe is dropped. Like I said, very easy. He makes it look easy. He's a good guy. He knows what he's doing. In the rear, everything is done, and yeah, I am really looking forward to see how this car drives with all these extra modifications. And here we have the new lower control arms already installed. As you can see, they had the M logo, and they just, beefed them out because, that way they can sell them cheaper. They should give the front wheels more camber and into, so I'm really looking forward to see what that will do. He's now mounting the other side, as you can see. Like I said, he makes it look easy. And when that's done, everything can be aligned over there, like they were doing with that M140i. Very nice looking car. And now everything is installed, and the last thing we gotta do now is the intake. So we're getting the Osprey V2 intake and also the heat shield for the turbo manifold. So let's have a look over here, the heat shield and the turbo. And yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to this because this will make the induction noise of the car a million times better. And yeah, some more induction noise, nobody can be against that. Here's the stock box. And here is the new intake installed. As you can see, it looks very nice, fits very nice. Now we're actually putting everything together and we're getting this bitch aligned. So now we're doing an alignment. I didn't film this because my phone died. It actually had 1% and it can't film that. So I had to take some pictures and do voiceovers. But yeah, I think most of you guys know how an alignment works. You really need to do it after all the suspension work stuff because the M4 lower control arms otherwise won't work. Okay, so we're actually a couple days later now, so the car, everything is installed, everything is working properly, and we have driven, a few hundred kilometers since it's installed. So now I have a better idea on how it works and what to expect from it. So we'll start with the intake and the heat shield plate. Well, basically, they're all just, for the sound, because I did some draggy runs before and after, and I don't have any performance differences. So really, the intake doesn't make any difference performance wise. maybe on bigger turbos it would have more effect because of the better airflow, but on my small hybrid turbo it doesn't make a difference. So at least we didn't drop performance, but we didn't gain any. So with the heat shield, I guess it's more in the summer that it will have any effect. I believe it will work, it will do something, but for now, I mean, what you expect, it's a heat shield, so you don't notice it while driving or doing a pull. It's like when you're making the car work hard that you will probably see a difference, and you'll need like a heat camera to really see any benefit from it, and to see difference in induction temps of the air. So yeah, those two, I mean, I'll show some clips, but the engine is still cold right now. But you hear it a little bit actually, but this car is pretty loud with the Remus and downpipe setup, and actually under full throttle I don't really hear it that hard. It's more when the car's in comfort and I am doing like little in-gear pulls that I hear the intake more. It's really not overwhelming, so that's a good thing, but it's something noticeable, and it gives a little bit more experience to hitting the throttle in this car. So I am at least happy with that, and it also makes the engine bay look a lot better. I'll post a pic that I recently took. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, it looks better than the stock box with just a red silicone pipe. I mean, that wasn't really a good looking setup either, but it worked and it was effective. So yeah, but this looks better, works the same, probably better on bigger turbo versions, and it looks a lot better and better quality, whatever. So yeah, now the suspension. Well, actually, when I first got the suspension installed, I had a little bit mixed feelings about this. Why? Well, very simple, because taking corners with the car was a million times better as it was before, but something other changed, and that was the straight line stability. Under full throttle, the rear became wobbly, and at higher speeds it also became a little bit more wobbly. But they said me, give it some time, run it in a little bit and see how it handles that. And now I actually run it in a bit more, and it's actually still not completed, because they said run it in 1,000 kilometers, and I've only run it in for like 500-600, and I already feel a major improvement. Now everything is settled in a little bit better. The tires are also set a little bit better to the new camber in the front, so everything is better right now. It's not ideal yet, but it's at least a lot better already. And I guess when I have the limited slip differential and new rear tires and another alignment done within a few weeks, I'll probably be 100% confident in this setup. But for now, I really can't complain. And taking corners with this car now is night and day difference. I feel way more confident. I go through corners at the same speed that I did before, and I was like, oh, I can push this a lot more than I want to. So I can really push this car a lot further now. I feel a lot more confident in the corners. There's way less body roll. It feels much sharper when you steer in. The only thing is I can't say what modification does what, because I have done the lower control arms, the anti-roll bars and the subframe bushings all at the same time. So normally I should actually do them one by one and then drive again and see, oh, did this make that difference, and that mod makes this different, but I didn't have time for that, so I installed it all at once. And the shock now is pretty big. Like I said, cornering with this car now is a lot better, really a lot better. And I think now when I have the limited slip differential installed next month, or worst case June, but when I have it installed, it will be a night and day difference. And when the brakes are done, this is really a really track ready car. It won't be like a real M car yet, but it will be much better than a stock M140i, so that's for sure. So yeah, and power wise, I think it's an ideal power setup, power and suspension setup. Maybe I would gain a little bit more power later on. I am still thinking about a pure 800 and a Dodge Stage 2 pure fuel pump, and maybe go with some ethanol maps when I'm going for a drag race. I'm still not 100% sure, but it's playing in my head a little bit. But the car needs a gearbox service this summer, and we're also going to redo the brakes because the discs are not gone yet, but they are getting there, and my brake pads in the rear rattle a little bit, and it's annoying over bumps during summer and windows down. So yeah, those are the plans, and also probably going for new injectors of a LCI2 engine, because I just hear a few too many stories of injectors failing above 100,000 kilometers, and we're at 83 right now, so we're getting there. But yeah, for now this car is doing really, really well, and like I said, with probably I will keep the intake video something separately, just fully dedicate the video to the intake, because that's more content for me, and it's also, you know, more in detail about the intake. But for now, all around, how I experienced these mods is very good. We didn't do the brake lines because he forgot them. Yeah, so he actually lost them. I don't know where they got, but he has some new ones on the way, so that will be solved soon. It's not in a hurry now, because we're gonna do the brake pads and discs soon anyway, and I'm probably gonna get them installed by the same guy who did all these parts. Well, and we're also gonna probably do a gearbox service at the same time. So yeah, we still have a lot of things planned this summer. We're gonna try to keep up a little bit with maintenance. I'm also probably gonna do my I forgot the name. It's above my shocks in my car. It's not strut brace. I forgot the name in English. I'm very sorry. But also going to change those, and I have probably, like, with all this drifting that's coming through soon, I may need a new wheel bearing later on, but we'll see. But yeah, anyway, for now, the car drives really amazing. It's a great new setup. Engine was doing great, and with the new sound, it's really great. But I shouldn't be doing this speed right now because my rear tires are almost bald, and yeah, I probably should be going a little bit more easy on the car right now. But anyway, guys, this is it for today's video. Like I said, the handling now is amazing on the car. I want to do some outside shots, but it's really shitty weather. It's like 6 degrees outside and it's raining, so I'm sorry for that. But from the outside, nothing has changed really, just that my front wheels are a little bit more up in front in my wheel arch. That's about it. But yeah, we'll do a video when it's better weather. We're also going to Race Wars to do some drag races again. I'll probably have to do that on my semi-slicks because these tires, like I said, are almost toast, and I'll probably won't be accepted with these on the rear by then. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I would see you very soon. And then we're gonna test this new setup on the track soon, probably on the Nürburgring, and then we're gonna have some fun. But I want to hit the Nürburgring this year. I didn't do it last year, but now I think maybe when we do the brakes, maybe on the stock brakes, maybe we do both stock brakes and then these brakes to compare it. But yeah, and this never gets old. Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.